So we have started using the context variables and how we are going to manage the different environments. So basic variables and all we started, and we are going to use actually where real time we are going to use this context, how we are going to pass outside of the outside of the studio or from outside of the code. So actual code is going to refer the variable names. The values are going to picked up from the outside, it's not outside in the sense within the premises, but it is going to be a different from talent code. So talent code is just to like a logics, and you are going to keep the variables so that you can pass the values for even runtime also, so that whenever you are going to change the environment, whenever you are going to run that different environments or different pointing to different file path or pointing to different host name of the SQL. So whatever you can dynamically, like you can change one place and it will automatically reflect to all your jobs. That is the advantage of contextualization in Talent. So now one more we want to understand here. So how to pass the runtime value getting the uh, here, right? So we have seen that value, and whenever you select the whatever environment or whatever situation you want to run, you can select that environment you are getting. But I want to pass the value from studio runtime. So how we pass like a command line, we'll see. Fix the values of anything here. I just want to, whenever I am going to run the job, I want to pass runtime in the sense while running the job. So you are going to click the run button in the job. I want to pass from your studio local. So you can test the job and you can run, you can pass the values whatever you want. You can do it in dev. Other environments may not much going to test in a like a local. You are going to directly deploy the code into the servers and you can start running from scheduler and all. So now I just want to pass the value of this parameter, whatever name is there, right? I want to pass this parameter runtime. So how I'm going to do that? You can see here there is a checkbox is available. So checkbox is going to, before running the job, it will ask you it will ask you run the job before running the job for that variable. Only for that variable it will ask. You can see here, right? Every variable has that prompt. So whatever variables you want to pass runtime, so you have to check that box. Then it will prompt you the box to enter the value before running. So I'm going to check for this only for name to understand how it will over dev and default also. So default dev we are going to test from log identify any issues or fixes needs to be done. It's a development environment, right? Always we can test kind of anything n number of. I'm going to run this job. So I'm expecting it should ask the prompt for the name field. So I'm selecting dev. Now what is the value we have here? Sai. But we are trying to pass the value at a runtime. So when before running, so now it is showing, right? So the expectation is we want to see the value having not Sai. Is overriding the Sai. So Sai you define, but when you pass the runtime value, automatically you can see here, right? It is override that value. It will not change here. It will not change here. But when you are passing runtime, it will display what value you passed and how it is override that value. It is applicable for that variable alone. It will, whenever you check that box, it is able to prompt that variable to pass the value for that variable alone. If you want to pass for all the variables, you have to check all the boxes. Then it will ask you to prompt the variable and all. So now you want to again you want to run and you want to override with some other name. Now you see, right, again Sai. So Sai is the default value you have given in the context variable. But when you are running a job, you want to override that value. So what you have to do? You have to check the prompt box, which can allow you to. So now you are seeing, right? And one more. This is like runtime. So why we are doing this? This is a runtime passing the value to the job. So you can pass which value you want to pass before running. Like while running, you are giving the value to that, and it will override whatever we have existing one. To check that prompt for at a context variable level. What runtime for studio we'll see later. Okay, so keep remember, people will ask how to pass the runtime variable for the.
Okay, Krishna, your voice is breaking.